Hi, welcome to my views and news. Three news stories. Firstly, a new offer from Ethiopian PM Abiy to Eritrea. Is it an offer or he just mentioned Eritrea? Secondly, Tigray made its position clear 2 days ago about a likely Ethiopia-Eritrea confrontation. If it happens, what will Tigray do? And lastly, Delmaro is himself attending talks in Tanzania. I broke this news yesterday. After the international media, Ethiopian local media also confirmed my news that talks had started. Let's start with a new story, which is about Ethiopian Abiy statement about Volkite. PM Abiy spoke about the dispute between Tigray and the Amhara regions, a long speech, and he talked about Volkite. That referendum has been proposed by the government to find a way out of this deadlock. We know that around 2 days ago, Ethiopian government issued a statement saying that referendum should be held in the contested territories between Tigray and Amhara regions. A four-state solution was proposed by the government, but the solution seems to have been rejected by Tigray. Volkite-based, Humera-based Amhara interim setup has also rejected this solution. Amhara government seems to be behind the solution. PM Abiy elaborated more about this solution in his speech. He talked about the fertility of the land in Volkite. You know that fertile land in Volkite is one of the reasons behind dispute over this territory, apart from the strategic significance because it shares border with Sudan. For Tigray, it has both strategic value, it has both economic value. For Amhara, it has more economic value and strategic too, because through Volkite, Amhara can stay connected with Eritrea. So for both regions, zone, very strategic. Abiy said that if peace prevails and Volkite is cultivated, crops are grown, Volkite can feed Tigray, Amhara, entire Ethiopia, even Eritrea. So he made an offer to Eritrea, it seemed, that Eritrea should help in the resolution of the dispute, or you can say he said that Eritrea should not spoil this issue. Eritrea should not try to be a party. It should not back any party. It should not ignite the conflict here. Because if a Volkite turns into a peaceful territory, Volkite, Humera Sagade, it could be breadbasket, they call it, I think, for the entire region, not just for the people of Volkite. How will this message be seen in Eritrea? Eritrea has always been saying that it wants to be self-reliant when it comes to meeting the food requirements of its people. I don't think Eritrea would give any importance to PM Abiy's remarks because PM Abiy is not reliable for Eritrea now. Eritrean government officials, on condition of anonymity, say that Eritrea will never rely on Ethiopian PM Abiy, that Eritrea supported Abiy when Abiy was in danger, his government was in danger. EPLF had dismantled Northern Command, but Eritrea came to the rescue of Ethiopia, and now Ethiopian PM Abiy wants Eritrean territories, he wants access to the Red Sea. So Eritrea, I don't think, will be moved by this new proposal by the government. New offer by Ethiopian government that Eritrea can use the crops grown in Volkite, that Eritreans' nutritional needs can be met from Volkite. But PM Abiy is offering a lot to Eritrea. He offered, I think, shares in Ethiopian Airlines, in GERD, in other institutions to Eritrea in exchange for access to the Red Sea, but Eritrea not showing any flexibility. It seems to be another offer from the Prime Minister to Eritrean government. No response is likely. Secondly, Tigray has made its position clear in case of a confrontation between Ethiopia and Eritrean militaries. Tensions rising. We know that Ethiopian PM Abiy spoke about alleged Ethiopian natural rights to gain access to the Red Sea. Eritrea rejected this position, refused to talk to Ethiopian government, and then we saw that there was mobilization of troops on Ethiopia-Eritrea border on both sides. So there are fears that the two could be involved in a new war, though still I maintain, I've been saying from day one, no war is imminent. Flexing of muscles cannot be termed as preparations for full-scale war. This is my position from day one. And that is what Gatachorada said, by the way. He said, today, I've been saying for 3 weeks. He said 2 days ago, I've been saying for around 2 to 3 weeks. He said that it is just war of words between the two sides. No real war is expected. And secondly, in his interview, he said that Tigray wants a peaceful solution. It proposes a peaceful solution to any tension between the two sides. Tigray does not want to be involved in this conflict. It does not want its territory to be a battleground for the two governments. So Tigray distanced itself from the face-off between Abiy and Isaias. Is this a welcome sign for Eritrea that Tigray is not teaming up with Ethiopia? Or Tigray is just trying to create impression that it is neutral, but basically it is supporting PM Abiy's government? That we'll see in coming days, weeks, if there is some progress in terms of escalation, in terms of mobilization of troops on the ground. Because we have heard about mobilization of ENDF troops, Tigray troops on Zilambasa front, on Adagarat front, reportedly. So it cannot happen without approval from Tigray authorities. Let's wait. So far, Tigray says it does not want to be a battleground for any war between Ethiopia and Eritrea. Thirdly, viewers, I broke the news of talks between Ola and Ethiopian government yesterday, and after the international media, Ethiopian local media confirmed my news. Talks now underway. It has been confirmed in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Second round of talks ongoing. First round of talks was held in Zanzibar, Tanzania. Second round in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. And Kumsa Dereba Jilmaro is attending this session. Jilmaro was in Valaga. He was flown out of Valaga through some mediators. US, Norway, IGAD, Kenya are mediating, and they took Jilmaro, given him assurances, took him from Valaga to Tanzania, where talks are underway. Ola always wanted a third-party mediation. It never trusted Ethiopian government. Through this third-party mediation, Jilmaro was taken from Valaga to Tanzania, where talks are ongoing. Will there be any progress? That remains to be seen. Preliminary talks have been ongoing for some time. Their first round of talks was held in May this year. Preliminary talks before the second round of talks were held in the past few days, where Ethiopian federal government, Oromia regional government officials and some Ola commanders participated. Assurances came from some mediators. Jilmaro was contacted too, and then the two sides agreed on the start of formal start of talks. That is why Kumsa Dereba agreed to be flown out of Valaga. I think he was taken to an airport in Valaga, maybe in a camp there or some other airport. And from there, he was taken by helicopter to an unknown location and then to Tanzania reportedly. US once again playing a key role. US has been calling for dialogue to resolve the conflicts in both Amhara and Oromia regions. Progress is being made, at least to the extent of talks in Oromia. No progress in Amhara. Government showing no flexibility. Fano showing no flexibility to find a peaceful solution to end the conflict in Amhara. In Oromia, let's see what happens. I think I did a video yesterday about this breaking news, and in that video, I concluded that Abiy was in need of allies. He wants to create internal unity in Oromia. He knows that his enemies are increasing in number, or his rivals, not enemies. That internally his position is weak. Amhara is turning against him. Tigray largely neutral. Tigray does not want to be part of the war, any war. Eritrea already against Ethiopia. Somalia also not happy with Abiy's remarks. Djibouti a bit not on good terms with Ethiopia. So he is losing allies. He wants to create internal unity, at least to the extent of Oromia, because he's from Oromia region of Ethiopia. That is why talks are going to start. It could be initiative from Ethiopian government. I said Ethiopian government is going to show flexibility in these talks. And maybe we could see some progress. Let's see what happens. Thank you for watching.